Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Voice It. If this is your first time tuning in, I am Nafisat, the very own host of this amazing podcast. And on this podcast, we talk about life, relationship, faith, and everything in between. And most especially, now cruise is just the catch you. Life not too serious like that for this end. Anyways, you're welcome, everybody, and happy new month. I know I was going to say that last week, but one thing or the other came up, and that's why you guys did not hear from me last week. And for people who checked up on me, thank you very much. And for people that did not check up on me, thank you very much too. Okay, so and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the silent struggles of living abroad. If you have ever moved to a new country or just even far from home a little bit, you know that abroad is not for the weak. It's not as rosy and as easy as everybody says on Instagram, because Instagram just gives you that picture of what it looks like, but deep down, the shege is bad. So let's actually talk about the real life experiences that people go through here, moving from the loneliness to the cultural shift to the pressure to succeed, and of course how you deal with faith and having trust in God that no matter what happens to you, I still stand gidigba. It's really it's not easy. In as much as you guys see pictures and just feel like it's easy, it is not. There are people in the UK that will tell you that they are going through one thing or the other. There are people in the US that will see another thing. There are people in Canada that will see another thing. Like, it's not as easy as you people think. Because the people they snap pictures no mean say easy. They're just taking out one sec out of their shiggy to show you the other side. But deep down, people are going through it. I'm going to be starting with the whole idea of loneliness. You know, one big thing that I know that people struggle with abroad is loneliness. You know, when you arrive into a new place for the first time, everything feels new. The people, the culture, even the way you interact with people, totally different. At first, trust me, it's super exciting because you have left Shigi, but you know they are moving into another Shigi. But when reality sets in, it just becomes different. Then you start having this ideology that, oh, your family and friends that you used to see, you can't see them anymore. All of a sudden, just the simplest things that used to happen before. I remember in Nigeria when I used to be on admission, like in the hospital, I know that my friends would come to the hospital to see me, and then we just chill. They'll come home, they'll ask me, oh, how are you feeling now? Do you feel better? Right now, nobody has that time to even think of that. You also think of who to celebrate your birthday with. You'll be wondering that, oh, is this person going to be available on my birthday? Is that person going to be available too? How am I supposed to put everybody together? Because is it that one person is at work or another person is at school? Everything just feels different. Everything feels weird. So then it just becomes too complicated to have groups of people in the same place and at the same time. Trust me, it is hard. It is extremely hard. When I came at first, it felt like I was moving. I was starting life afresh. In as much as I was starting life afresh, but it just felt different. It was just hard for some weird reasons. But there's this thing where I believe that when God has given you a situation, He's not giving you because He thinks it's too much for you. He can never give you what is too difficult for you to handle. The whole ability for you to just feel comfortable in that space is what matters to anybody on earth. So that loneliness will be there. That whole idea of, oh, I actually miss my friends. That social life has disappeared. It's just totally different. I genuinely and sincerely understand. I understand the die. And for people who would probably not understand, trust me, it's a horrible feeling. I can't even lie to you. Now, let's actually talk about the cultural adjustment, how you have to move from having these familiar things to unfamiliar things. All of a sudden, the food becomes different, the language becomes different, the jokes that we used to joke, when we tell people, say, oh, you guy, you dey craze. When you tell person, say the person dey craze for you, the person go actually the one that say, you dey follow me talk like that. The social life, having to go to the club here is weird as hell. But you see in Nigeria, they'll be like, oh, Oble. There's nothing like Oble here. If you want to see evidence, check my TikTok page at Nafisat _, like Nefi _, like NEFIII, 4 eyes. underscore. Check it. My pinned video, the very first one. Go and check what social life abroad is. And then you'll be grateful that you have Obule, la 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 la, and all of these things in Nigeria. It is horrible. You will definitely not find your place, but there are also people that would enjoy it. So I'm just speaking for myself and a couple of people that relate to me. You definitely feel this level of it just becomes different because you have to start explaining everything about your culture. Some people will get it and some people will not get it. Is it even moving from like the tiniest of things, like your greeting style? You know, the way when we're supposed to greet in Nigeria, everybody that we see in Nigeria, we want to greet them because that's how we were raised. Sometimes I still find myself doing it because obviously we have Nigerians who will stare at you and be expecting you to greet when things are different here. Even when you greet them, there's some people that wants to reply. I'm like, hey, God, I beg you. I really mess up. Say I use my mouth to greet you. Should be able to just pass. That feeling is there. The food portions. Is it how you interact with people at work? You know, the way we used to chill at work. Like, things are just different for different organizations, especially when you are like working with white people and then you have to be the only black person there. It just turns out to be different. And also there are some people that are lucky that work with just Nigerians. That's a blessing too for people, but it just depends. If you end up in a situation where you have to work with white people alone, what are you going to do? You have to adapt because you have to interact at the end of the day. But one thing I've learned is that there's this level of grace that comes with you being different. It's just more like a blessing. It gives you the chance to actually teach, to share your own stories and to grow. So you learn from people learn from you. Trust me, my best advice is just be open, ask questions, find communities. Is it the church? Is it the mosques? Is it like the Nigerian community, the Ghanaian community, is it the Jamaican community? Whatever community you find, the sisters in Christ, sisters in Islam, or just men who just be like, oh, let's play ball, or people who just there's some set of people that just be like, oh, let's go and chill outside. This is what we're going to do this month. For people that have time, just do something, because trust me, hey, I was be lying in Shaitan regime. If you don't do that, it go hard for you. So just have this ideology, this sense of belonging. It just makes you adjust better. It makes life easier for you, because if you don't want to adjust, if you don't want to adapt, you go see Shaggy and Banzard. And the most important one that I want to talk about is pressure to make it. Now, that is actually where the problem is. That is a lot of people who come abroad, they have dreams, they have like expectations from people at home. They're like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. I want them to think I'm like this. You could just kill yourself with pressure, because people just assume that because you're in Canada, life has automatically become easy for you. But the truth is, it is not. Is it you having to work long hours? Sometimes you just do jobs that you didn't even plan for in your life that you ever do. There's some people that I know that works in the factory. They did not see themselves working in the factory. There are people. I can remember a story of a man who does this shared ride of a thing. He used to be a manager, like an actual manager in Nigeria. But because he moved to Canada, things turned out to be different from him. He had to start doing shared ride. See, manager where they do shared ride, like things change. They just do jobs that they did not plan for when they are trying to also build their future. And trust me, there's this ideology in everybody's head where they are saying, oh, I must not fail, I must make it, I must send money home, I must prove myself. It can feel overwhelming. You will just kill yourself. You will not just do the right thing at the end of the day because you are so desperate to also make people happy. Are you making yourself happy? Are you pleased about what you're doing? See, you better don't pressure yourself. Everybody will make it at the end of the day, and some people will not make it too at the same time. But my greatest advice for you is just do things for yourself. Don't give yourself too much pressure. Don't overwhelm yourself all because you want to prove that, oh, you have gone to a different country and things are supposed to be easy for you. Nah. When you work 12-hour shifts, body go tell you. don't harm yourself. Oh, I beg you. I just want you to know that we need to slow things down. Take it easy on yourself and trust that God's timing is super perfect. Your journey is unique, and you comparing yourself would just rob you off the whole essence of your journey, and also the joy that you're supposed to enjoy in between your journey. Rhymes that, but that's not why we're here. I'm just putting that out there because it's super important to anybody that cares to listen right now. So trust me, if you are somebody that is already living abroad or has plans to come abroad, I want you to remember these basic things. Just know that loneliness doesn't mean that you're alone. Just talk to God sometimes and build a community, because you need a community no matter what. You need a community. You need friends. You need people who are just random people that will just become super important to you at the end of the day. And also, I want you to know that cultural adjustment takes time. Be patient with yourself. Don't rush things. Don't be like, oh, I want to start this social life right now. I want to start partying. I want to start pictures for Instagram. I want to do this. I want to do that. Time will come. Now you go tire. And lastly, I'm actually going to tell you that the pressure to succeed is actually super real. But don't forget that your worth isn't tied down to your achievements. I want you to value yourself. I want you to love yourself. Yeah, don't just tie yourself down with, oh, I must achieve this thing. If I don't achieve it, though, I'm not going to make it in this life. I'm not going to be happy. I must. No, don't do this. I must. Now you go kill people. People have died for my must, and people will still die for my must. And I genuinely don't want you to be part of those people. I beg you in God's name. Living abroad is a journey with its own struggles and its own blessings. And even when it feels tough, I want you to know that there's a purpose and a reason for every season. Clock it. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Anyways, I think I've said too much, and I pray that this is useful to anybody. If you have somebody that is abroad that is going through one thing or the other, I want you to share this podcast to them, because I just want this to be a reminder to somebody that this phase too shall pass. And also, if you are abroad and you're going through it, just take this as a woman to woman or a man to woman kind of conversation, a brother to a sister, telling you that we did together, ma 4 plus 4, you were ma 4. Things will become great, things will become better for every one of us. And also people who are home and they just feel like, oh, they want to live this life too. God that have done it for people will also do it for you. And I pray that wherever you are in the world right now, God Almighty will make it easy for you. I pray He's going to grant you your heart desires. I pray He makes things super easy for you. And most especially and importantly, I pray that He will bless you way beyond your expectations and give you the peace of mind that you deserve and you want so bad. Thank you so much for listening to me today. And I want you to know that I love you. I will always love you. And I pray that this podcast, this particular episode, would be a blessing to somebody out there. Juma Mubarak to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Make sure you have an amazing weekend. And to my Christian brothers and sisters, go to church. Pray to God. Even if you don't go to church, you sit at your bed, lie down there and pray to God. No matter what, He will still hear your prayers. Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell another friend to come to this podcast, because this is where we chill. Until next time, remember that your voice matters and your story has power. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And God bless you. Baby girl is out of here.